What's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Doodle. This is the I'm Just Saying podcast. I've done it before with just audio. I guess today I'll just do video also. Eventually, hopefully I'll get a little bit better at everything like that and be able to uh, get more professional. I'm here in my living room right now. Gonna hopefully get microphones and all that stuff right now. I'm just using the Skull Candy indie earbuds. Free publicity. Nah. But hopefully be able to get a little microphone and everything like that to sound for sound purposes and everything. I'm Just Saying podcast is going to be a little bit about all kinds of different sports, sports entertainment or wrestling, professional wrestling. I'll also be talking about football, which we're a third of the way in the season already. We've got our standouts, not so much standouts, potential MVP candidates, and got a little bit of basketball. I'm not a huge fan of basketball. We'll talk about it. Middle of playoffs time right now in football and baseball. They got the Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox right now, one game apiece. I know America really doesn't like the fact that either one of these teams are in there, but more so the Astros. Again, I'm from Houston. I'm an Astros fan, but I'm also a Red Sox fan. But Houston comes first, so since they're playing each other, I'm still going for the Astros. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but I do have the Astros winning it in 6. We have the Dodgers and Atlanta Braves, who are up 2-0 right now off of 2 different walk-offs. Great baseball, man. Love baseball. Favorite sport, no doubt. We'll start right now. We'll go ahead and start with we'll start with the NFL. NFL purposes right now. The NFL, you have, probably the best team in football. If I'd have to put it in ranking right now, I'd actually say the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in football. Probably going to get a little shit for that if anybody listens to this podcast, but I would say the Dallas Cowboys are the best team in football. Offensively, they could just do whatever. I know the Cardinals are undefeated, and I'm not taking anything away from that. The Cardinals are a very good team. Kyler Murray's doing his thing. He had one bad game. We're not going to say anything about that, but he did have one bad game. The defense is kind of hit or miss, in my opinion. They looked to outscore everybody. Yesterday against the Browns, everybody's talking about how they did a great job. And I get it. They're a great team. But Browns were depleted. Baker Mayfield was hurt. You still don't have OBJ. You still don't have OBJ and Jarvis Landry together. We will say Peoples went off yesterday. Hopefully he'll catch his groove and be able to to produce and be that number one that I believe that he can be. Baker hurt. He got hurt against the Texans, and he's been downplaying it this whole time, which I think is a mistake. He needs to get himself fixed because all you're going to do is wind up hurting that team at the end of the day. Browns were a Super Bowl contender, but as long as Baker Mayfield's hurt playing this game, he's not going to be that great. Best of it, and as far as the Cowboys are concerned, they're a great team. I think they're equally balanced. Everybody's defense is an elite defense. You might have one or two elite defenses out there, but even then, I wouldn't even say that much. Nobody really shutting down anybody, and in my opinion. So NFC right now, the best team right now, I think, is the Dallas Cowboys. Arizona Cardinals is right there, right behind them. I would sit there and say that. The Buffalo Bills are also a great team in the AFC. I think they're one of the top teams, if not the top team in the AFC. Which we'll see. We'll see. They play the Titans tonight. I'll do a power ranking every Wednesday. Give me a power ranking of the top, from 1 to 30. We'll be doing that every Wednesdays here on the I'm Just Saying podcast. Also, we'll be talking, yeah, be doing that every season. We'll be also looking at point spreads. We'll be trying to do a little bit of sports betting here. I might get a couple people on there with that. We'll see how that works out. Again, this is gonna be your regular podcast. Obviously, I'm not professional there yet, but we'll be posting it on different platforms. I think Podbean right now is the one that I'll be posting on with this one. If you're on Podbean and you're listening to this, thank you for subscribing. Keep listening. Spread the word. Yeah, for football, like I said, the top 3 teams right now would have to be Dallas with a great win last night or yesterday against the New England Patriots. Um, Geno Smith coming back with Seattle last night against Pittsburgh. A little controversy there. Review that shouldn't really have been a review. Pittsburgh pulls it out, and I had the over at 43, but it pushed. So I guess that's a victory. As long as I didn't lose, I guess that's a good thing. Kansas City came back. They looked terrible the first half. Came back and won that game. I'm gonna say this: the Houston Texans suck. I don't really want to talk about that game yesterday. They had a really good game against New England, and then yesterday they just couldn't pull it out. They just looked unprepared. And Carr should give kudos to the Indianapolis Colts for clicking on all cylinders. Yeah, I can't complain about that. Uh, who else? The Baltimore Ravens putting it on the Los Angeles Chargers. I just don't know if the Chargers just weren't ready or what, because they've been performing very well throughout the season, and it's just this yesterday just looked very bad. I didn't understand that at all. There's a couple other games that I'll talk about more tomorrow when I review more of the week in process, look it up and all that stuff. Again, this is just getting it out there, letting people know what's about, what my podcast is going to be about. We're going to try to do it every day, if not every other day. We'll do it on Tuesdays for sure to review the week of football. See how we did on our picks. Again, we didn't have our picks this week, but we're making our picks every Friday, or actually every Thursday. We'll be making our picks before Thursday night football. Wednesdays, either Tuesdays or Wednesdays, we'll be doing our power rankings. We'll also be doing college football. I'm a Longhorn fan. I'll sit there and say it with pride. UT, I love them. I'm a big Longhorn fan. My friends give me a lot of crap because I am a Longhorn fan, and we lost to 2 Oklahoma teams back-to-back weeks. We'll get into that. Baseball right now. We got the Houston Astros and Boston Red Sox coming up later on tonight. I do think the Astros pull it off tonight. Right now, with Ukiti pitching tonight against Erod in Boston, I think the bats need to wake up. I think the bats have been doing a very good job. Game 2, just the first 3 innings just weren't rolling for the Astros, but bullpen picked it up, gave them a chance to come back. It just didn't work out. Losing 9-5. First game was a great game, winning 5-4. Great games. Astros pulled it off again. They were down. Kike Hernandez, I don't like you, bud. Your was started with the Houston Astros, but and JD Martinez killed us yesterday Saturday with the granny. So it's just how the cookie crumbles. They came back, lost 9-5 that game. So tonight I think the Astros pull it off. I think the Astros win 7-3 in Boston. I know they're in Boston, but I do think that the Astros pull it off. And then tomorrow, once we review the games, we'll also talk about we'll review tonight's game, obviously with the Astros, and then we'll preview Game 4 of the Astros and Red Sox, and Game 3 of the Los Angeles Dodgers and Atlanta Braves in Atlanta. In Los Angeles. So hopefully, I'm gonna say it. I don't like the Dodgers. I think they're the modern day version of the Yankees. They're just gonna buy their championships if they win. They do have a great team. I can't sit there and not tell them that they do have a tremendous team. One of my favorite players, I was again a Red Sox fan, a big Mookie Betts fan, was not very happy that he went to the Dodgers, but I do like Mookie Betts. I have a lot of respect for him. I think he's probably one of, if not the best player in the league. So, yeah, the final 4 teams again. Look, little quick 10-minute. Again, try to have guests on, have friends. We'll talk about pro wrestling. We'll talk about AEW. Are they really a threat to WWE? Me, I really don't care. I just think that they're just, it's not being a threat. It's just getting the product out there. And I think wrestling is just great right now, having 2 different brands that are actually doing tremendously well. You got Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, CM Punk, Jurassic Express. A lot of people that didn't know about these guys didn't know until they went to AEW, and now they're doing their own thing, and I admire that, and I think they're trying really hard. WWE, the product the product needs to change. It's making a change right now. I think it's getting a little bit better, but we'll see what happens, man. I just like the product. I like how Impact's getting involved now. Then you have AAA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, a lot of this stuff. It's actually opened my eyes a lot to these different promotions I didn't really know before AEW. Honestly, I've heard about it, never really paid attention until AEW. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the shows. We'll talk about Raw. We'll talk about Rampage. We'll talk about SmackDown. We'll talk about Impact. We'll talk about Ring of Honor and New Japan. We'll try to do that once a week. We'll have probably a Wrestling Wednesday. That's actually works out perfect. We'll preview. We'll do a week in advance. We got Crown Jewel coming up for WWE. So we'll just look forward to all that, man. And I look forward to talking to people. We'll finally get a number out there. Follow me Instagram right now. It's Everyday Work Sports Guy. You can type it all in. I'm missing a couple vowels in between it to make it there. Or also I'm a big barbecue fan. I actually have my own barbecue spot, Mr. Cheese Texas Barbecue. If you want to look that up, we're posting a lot about that on my Instagram. We'll be posting videos, links to YouTube pages. We post this on YouTube. Like I said, we're just getting started. I did it before, but I just kind of think I was just giving my opinion, not really caring what anybody else said, and wasn't trying to be professional about it. This is something I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and I'm trying to be as professional about it as possible. So getting myself out there, man. People might not like what I have to say. If you don't like what I have to say, like I said, I'm just saying it's my opinion. I love talking sports. I love hearing everybody's point of view. I'm always open to what everybody else has to say. So again, it was supposed to be 10 minutes. We just passed the 12-minute mark. Again, I'll have friends on. You'll probably on Wrestling Wednesdays. I'll have my guy Gio, or I have my best friend Matt on here. Baseball wise, talk to MSA Blackhawks out there in Baytown. I have their coaches out here. I have Diego. Hopefully, I can have Diego and Coach Romo, who's actually my cousin. Hopefully, get them on here. Talk to different, select baseball. Select baseball is really getting real popular. Select baseball and softball is getting real popular right now, and it's always been popular. But you see a lot of people like actually getting involved in it and actually seeing it when multiple of my family members are doing it. Makes it even more interesting. We have them on here. We'll try to have as many guests as possible. Just random people that we meet that know sports. I might actually do a couple of these at my job. During lunch break, see if anybody wants to get on it, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk sports. Everybody loves sport. A lot of people like sports. Got college sports, professional sports, everything like that, even wrestling. So we'll talk about it, man. Like I said, this is the I'm Just Saying podcast. My name is Arturo, or people call me Turo, call me Gordo. It's just a little bit of everything, man. Have a great day. Again, this is my first one. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you follow me. As soon as I get the link for my podcast on Podbean, I'll put it on the link in the YouTube page, on my Instagram page, TikTok. Try to be on all social media accounts. I'm going to have to get a Twitter if I really want to do this the right way. So, again, tomorrow I'll be back on it, and we'll go from there, buddies. Y'all have a great day. Be kind. Look, I always tell this to my kids, and I'm gonna tell this to everybody out there, man. Be kind to somebody else, man. Tell somebody hi, or just say have a great day. Or have some people don't like it, but I say have a blessed day. It's because you never know if that person's having a bad day. So make sure to tell them have a good day, have a blessed day. You never know that's gonna make their day from bad to worse. Just say hi to somebody. You never know. Have a conversation. Conversation always helps, man. And just listen. If you let people just say, hey, I just need you to shut up and listen. Listen, because this world is such a great learning place that you can learn anything from anybody. So I suggest just learn and get to know people and talk to people, because learning is the greatest thing that you could do in this world. Learning is the best thing. I tell my kids, and I told somebody else earlier today, make sure the smartest person in the room is asking questions and paying attention. Learn, people. Learn. Be kind to everybody. Have a wonderful day. and a wonderful evening. Go Stros. We'll be starting here in about 25 minutes. It's 6:35 here in Houston, Texas. Have a great day. I'll see you the next time. Peace.